What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan, and I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We are going to do a deck profile for the Digimon TCG BT6 format. Got most of my BT6 stuff together. This is going to be my ChaosGallantmon Titamon Trash Deletion deck. I really like ChaosGallantmon, and I wanted to keep playing him into this format. So I had to update it. I do like the trash abilities way more than I do the deletion. On deletion is harder to get, especially since you potentially have to sacrifice your monster with no actual benefit. But I think I like a nice mix between the two, and I feel like that might be good. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's go through the cards and see, give you guys a new perspective on purple trash deletion, and hopefully you guys like it. So we'll start out with our babies there. 3 Sunamon, 2 Demimeramon. You know me, I like that 3-2 ratio. I just like to be able to see the other one a little bit more than the once per game. So I definitely do like that. Sunamon by far is the superior one. When you trash a card in your hand, draw 1 card. But Demimeramon's good too because you get that on deletion, draw 1. If your opponent just destroys your stack, you benefit off of it. So I do like that, you know, having him, but also having a little bit of him. So, and you know, I definitely think a lot of people do have a point about, you know, having, you know, 4 of the good one and 1 of the other one. But I like to mix it up because you never know what, you know, what you might find. You might find that maybe you like the other one better than the one that everyone else says is good. So starting off for our rookies, we have 2 Goblinmon. Goblinmon's really good. I'm really enjoying him. When you trash a card in your hand using one of your effects, Digimon gets 2000 DP inheritable. He's really good because he's a target you want to open with for your stack, because there's definitely monsters you don't want to. So having those monsters with good inheritables for under your stack is really good. Got 2 Labramon. He's one you don't want to see when you don't have any level 3s because you want to play him. And I've actually won games with Labramon. I managed to use him to draw into Ginkakumon promo with my opponent had no security, and I didn't have anything that could attack, but I you know, top decked him. I think I had like 5 memory because of Sora and Matt. Played him, you know, discard or draw, discard, drew into the promote, was able to play the promote on him, use rush and attack for game. So really, really strong. I would definitely play 2 in any type of trash deck. Really good. 2 Tapirmon and 2 Guillaumon. And I actually took out my 2 Candlemon that I had in this deck just because, yeah, I want to see my deletion abilities, and I was only running 1 and 1, and I knew I wanted to find a second room for a second Tapirmon, but if I'm going to drop 1 Candlemon, I might as well just drop both, because there's no point running 1, you know, 2 cost vanilla. So I just dropped them both and did 2 and 2, and I'm going to test this out and see how I like it. So the on deletion aren't as good as I said. Tapirmon's better because you can attack with Tapirmon and get his ability, whereas Guillaumon has to be deleted through a card effect. So he's not as good. And you really gotta watch out that you don't misplay him. But they both have really great, you know, draw 1, gain a memory, and you do have those, you know, deletion engines in here. So, I mean, they can be really good. And honestly, you know, if you get a Candlemon off of, say, like a Labramon or any kind of draw 1, trash 1 ability you have in the deck, you don't want to have to draw into a Candlemon and then trash a Candlemon. It's a lot of the time I was trashing Candlemon because it was the worst option in my hand. But at least if you draw into one of these 2 guys and it's the worst option in your hand and you send them to the trash, they're there for your ChaosGallantmon, your Black War Growlmon, your Zwart, your Chimeramon plays, and you get something out of them, whereas you don't get anything out of trashing a Candlemon because you're obviously not going to bring that Candlemon back. So I'm thinking this will probably be better in the deck, and that was my reasoning behind it anyway. So we got the 2 and 2 of them. Tugazimon, he's your memory game blocker, you know, and another really good target you can bring off of things like your ChaosGallantmon summon, your Zwart summon, so many different things, you know, Underworld Call, so many good things can just bring him back, and really good because it slows down your opponent. And then the King, 3 Gabumon, he's the guy you want under your stack. He's your draw trash engine. Still really good. Don't even think at 4, but 3 is a perfect number, I find. So I really like him at 3. And that is 13. If I am correct. Yeah, that's 13 level 3s. On to our level 4s. We got our blockers. 2 Devimon, 2 Vilemon, and this is simply, I like having some 6,000 DP blockers, so a good split, I find. Before, I think I was just running all Devimons. If anything, if I was going to run more blockers, I'd run 3 of him and 2 of him, but I just don't have the room, so that's it for our blockers. 2 Ogremon. I really like Ogremon. His on-play is really cool. You may trash 1 card in your hand to delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon, so he kind of helps you clear the board and get your trash abilities off. On play, he's only 5, so he's not that bad. So that's pretty good. It's come up a couple of times. 1 Devimon. I have to play at least 1. I probably would play 2 if I could, but he's just so good. And I had got over a Zwart defeat the other day. I was playing Black Security, and of course the first card off Security was a defeat, and I was just like, oh no. But I had him in my hand, and I was able to, you know, summon up and just retaliation attack and clear the board. And it would have left me in a really hard place if I could have done that. So having the 1 is definitely really good. And you got the Ginkaku trio, and I got one of the pre-release guys there. So Ginkakumon, Kinkakumon, and Ginkakumon Promote. This guy's MVP, so good. Like I said, and wins games with the rush ability, and you know, 2, while you Digivolve for 1 or 2. So if you have a level 4 or a level 3 on board, really good. And if you can summon him off of Titamon or Call, and you guys got these guys in the graveyard, it's just a huge plus. Draw 1, gain 1 memory, and get both of these great inheritables underneath them. You know, when attacking, you may trash a card to delete a level 3, and then when you trash a card in your hand using one of your effects, gain 1 memory. It's just solid pluses. It is kind of hard though, like when you don't have both pieces. The other day I didn't have him. I had both of him in the grave, and I had Call in my hand, and I had to use it because I needed to start gaining more advantage. And unfortunately I didn't have him. He was like 2 draws down too, and I was like, oh no, afterwards. But I mean, it's still good. It's still a plus, and you get the good ability. But I don't think I'd play more than 2 just because I don't want it to clog in my hands. So I think 2 of each is a really good number. And that's it for the block, or the level 4s, and that's 13 as well. Level 5s, 1 Chimeramon and 2 Black War Growlmon. I really still like the Chimeramon engine. I think it's good because off of Zwart, or it can help you go into a really cool play. Like if you don't have anything good level 5s to evolve into, you can play this, pop one of your monsters if you have, get your on deletion effect, pop one of your opponents, and then next turn you can go into your level 6. So that's good. And yeah, and you can get something back off of that. This guy is really good. He is a trash. Technically, Digiburst is trash, but most of the trash abilities only activate when you trash something in your hand. Anything that would allow you to trash on field would activate. when his Digiburst goes off, but he's really good because he summons a level 3 from your trash. So this is good too, because before you go into your level 6, if you don't have any good inheritables underneath him, you can just, you know, set them all aside, and then summon a level 3 for your Gallantmon play to, you know, delete something, and then summon something back. So really good. He's not as good as he was last at, like, I was playing 3 of him, but then I decided to play 2 because the next card I'm going to show you, I kind of was like, man, I should be playing this card, at least 2 of it. So I cut him down to 2 because a lot of the time you don't want a Digiburst. You got really good inheritables. Although if you have the Ginkakumon underneath him, that's really good because you can Digiburst your Ginkakumon stuff, like your Promote, your other level 4 and your level 3, and you could still have your baby underneath there to get you abilities. So that's really cool. So I still think he's really good. I just don't think I want to play 3 of him. I might change my mind and go back to 3. I don't think I'd ever play 4, but still really both really good for the deletion engine of the deck. So just got those guys there. And then we have 2 Lady Devimon. This is new. I just started playing this. I don't know why I wasn't. I don't think I really paid attention to her ability, but you know, when Digivolving are always really good. You get to draw 2, trash 2, thins your deck. So really great that way. Gets to your combo pieces, and then she's got a really cool inheritable too. And actually, something about Black War Greymon, he's got a really cool inheritable. You may delete one of your other Digimon to unsuspend this Digimon. So if you have like a Guilmon on board, you can pop it, unsuspend attack again, and gain a memory. And with her, when you use an option card, you delete level 3. So again, you get some cool on deletion abilities. So I want to try 2 of her, and I think it's gonna be really good. 1 Rebellion. I was playing 2, but like I said, I dropped 1 Black War Greymon and 1 Rebellion for the Lady Devimon because I feel like she's going to be so much better in the deck. And she has like 8,000 DP, which is huge. But I wanted to keep 1 of him because he's got that cool when Digivolving trash card in your hand to have this guy gain blocker. Retaliation. He never came up a lot when I was playing the other day. I just never wanted to go into him. I just had better options. But I think he's a solid, you know, he's a solid good tech, especially for your level 5s. So I'm going to keep trying 1 of them. This guy is another MVP, Skull Greymon, really great. Big guy. You can trash a card to gain 3,000 DP, and when you trash him, you can put him underneath, and he's got retaliation. And this is why I'm okay with only running 1 Devimon. It's because having him there to just slide under, trash him from your hand to slide under and give your guy retaliation is huge. He's amazing, and I think 2 of him's really great. And I think that's it. I really like him. So I think that's all I need for that choice. 8 level 5s. I was thinking about dropping 1 to make it 7, but I really feel like you need 8, especially with the amount of megas I'm running, because if you look here, we're running 3 ChaosGallantmon and 3 Titamon. I like the equal mix. I know probably most people would say, well, you should probably run 4 Titamon because it's better, and 3 ChaosGallantmon, but I like ChaosGallantmon. I want to see it as much as Titamon. They both think they're really good. I probably would go into a Titamon more than I would into a ChaosGallantmon if I have the right combo pieces in my hand, but I still think this guy is really great, and I definitely enjoy playing the deck this way. So yeah, we got 3. So this is your deletion engine, your trash engine, and both have really great abilities and really cool things you can do with it. And then of course we have the 2 Omnimon Zwart. I was playing 1 originally when I started playing this deck, but I want to play 2 because I want to see it, because it's got such great potential in the deck and just an amazing card, and you can just overwhelm your board. You can do the Ginkakumon thing. You can do the Chimeramon, Guilmon, or Tapirmon play and just gain off of that and destroy some of your opponents, and then go into another level 6. The options are endless, and it's really good. So especially because he gets trashed as the top 3 cards of your deck. So he gets you some trash abilities. All right, that's for those guys. And then on to the Tamers. We have 2 Matt, 2 Sora. I love this ratio. I don't think I'd change it. I feel like you need 2 of her because she's so good. It just comes up so much that your opponent doesn't have a level 4 lower on the field, and you just gain memory off of it. And just being able to tap this to draw and trash one whenever you attack is huge. It's so good. And you only really need the 2 memory Tamers to get into your memory. It does make it harder to get to it, but with this deck, you're drawing and trashing so much that you're thinning the deck, and it should make it easier to get to one of these, so you can play it or get to your Sora Mimi. So I think 2 and 2 is a really great ratio for that. And then finally, option cards, we have 2 Underworld Call and 2 Fly Bullet. Fly Bullet's basically your Gaia Force, and it activates off security. And then you have your Underworld Call. When you trash this card in your hand, using effect, you can draw one, so it can replace itself basically if you draw trash. So you can either gain advantage, or you can keep it in your hand and use it to summon a level 4, and their abilities go off. So that's really great. So yeah, that's it for the deck. It's testing out pretty well. Like I said, I just put the second Titamon Gearmon in, so I do have to test that out a little bit more, but I'm feeling good about it, and I feel like it's going to be a great change to the deck. And hey, if you guys enjoy these videos, please drop a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me what I could do differently. If you got any deck building opinions, just let me know. But other than that, I think that's all the time we have for this video. If you enjoyed today's content, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. That's all for now, folks.